a website called All About the Tea.
He told All About the Tea that during the fight,
Hey everyone, hey teacups, it's your girl Monica. Welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. Joining me tonight are teacup affiliates, the Bishop. Hey Bishop.
hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you tonight?
I'm doing blessed. I'm feeling blessed today.
I like that hat, black
Thank
water.
you.
Absolutely. We also have teacup affiliate out of the DMV, Marcella. Hey Marcella.
Hey.
Hi. Me, Jermaine, and Wendy. We're bonding tonight.
Okay.
Bonding glue.
You always come dressed and prepared for the occasion, I must say. We also have a special guest joining us tonight, my friend. He's host of the podcast, Yas, The Take On. He's also a viral TikTok sensation, Mr. Amir Yes.
Hey,
hi, y'all.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm like Wendy Williams. I'm going to do the furp.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So first and foremost, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I need you to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, go on and bang that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the piping hot tea that we serve on this channel. Teacups on the agenda tonight. We are discussing Miss Wendy Osefo scamming her way onto the talk. Plus, we have a major update on Sharon Osbourne and her shenanigans. Let's get straight into it. We're not going to waste any time. It looks like Plez is running behind, but will be with us soon. As previously reported, production on the daytime talk show The Talk has been suspended since Sharon Osbourne went on a rant after her co-host Cheryl Underwood politely asked her about her statements defending Piers Morgan, which followed backlash for his controversial remarks questioning the validity of Meghan Markle's discussion on mental health during a recent interview with Oprah Winfrey. You guys remember that? Yeah. So Sharon Osbourne's defense led to an intense exchange with Cheryl Underwood, who's her co-host, and Osbourne, she was downplaying Piers's comments, then backpedaled and apologized days later. Since that incident, there has been more accusations leveled against Sharon. So on Tuesday, a journalist by the name of Yasir Ali published a report alleging that Sharon referred to her former The Talk co-host Julie Chen as wonton and slanty eyes.
Monica, it's Yashar Ali. I know him actually. He's a Twitter guy.
Okay. He cited multiple sources. I mean, this guy had his paperwork in order, okay, including another former The Talk co-host, Leah Remini. So she backed up his statements and his claims. Also, Sharon referred to former co-host and executive producer Sarah Gilbert, who is a lesbian, as pussy licker and fish eater.
What?
She sure did.
Yeah. In addition, the former The Talk co-host Holly Robinson Peete claimed that Sharon had complained that she was too ghetto, and
Monica, I heard this when I was a publicist, and I actually I knew Holly's publicist, and I had mentioned it to a publication, and they verbatim told me Holly's making up lies.
Wow.
Years ago, and that's how Black women are still treated in the industry, and it's crazy. Like with all the success that Black women bring, they're still not believed. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's really insane. But Leah backed up those claims because she says, according to Leah, she went to lunch with Sharon, where Sharon was trying to persuade her to get on her side, to get Holly fired because, quote unquote, she was too ghetto.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Monica, I
Yeah.
have a question. Like, these shows with women, obviously The Talk, The View, The Chew. It seems like all of these shows, they have so many issues. Is it like, do you think that the media is like making it something because they're all women and women are not supposed to get along on TV? Like, I wonder, obviously this case is different. I know it all happened, but I'm saying, like, why are we not dismantling groups of men that speak on TV? I wonder, is there something there, misogyny, something?
It might be. There might be something to it. I definitely think there's something to it. Thank you so much for the super chat from the interracial perspective. Thank you, my love. He says, hey, Monica, love you, girl. Hey, Amir, Marcella, Bishop, we love you too.
Much love.
Love you too. Okay, so I have an update, guys. I just read my DMs, and Ples won't be on tonight. She's getting some rest, and Schoolboy is taking time off for her birthday. She won't be back until next week. She's enjoying herself.
Did everyone see Bishop's whiteboard, honey? You better work that whiteboard.
Bye, Sharon. Girl, bye.
Bye, Sharon. Don't let the door hit you out on that bad red wig, bitch.
Yes.
Ooh, child. I mean, that's a
Thank God I got my whiteboard for the shade, man.
Yes, honey.
You need it. Not the red wig. Oh, my goodness, Amir.
So bad. That hair is straw, honey.
It's like plastic. Yeah, it's really.
Call
really
1-800. You need a wig. You need a new wig.
Didn't Nene Leakes you say bye wig?
Bye wig. Yeah.
Wig. I actually know who does. I know who does Kelly Osbourne's hair, and he's great. He does her hair really well, but Sharon refuses to let her hair needs some help, honey.
And so does Ozzy hair. Ozzy hair needs help. Let's not leave him out now.
Well, Ozzy, the whole thing needs help, right? He needs to be thrown in a garbage can, right?
Yes.
I mean,
you're put a lid on
pigeons, honey. You're biting pigeons on stage.
Yeah, we need to put the lid on it. Take him out on Tuesday night so they can pick his ass up with the guard. He's trash.
Tuesday night.
Yeah,
but isn't he from Transylvania? Ain't he from like 1742? We keep bringing him back.
Well, let me dress up like Ozzy now. Let me put my makeup on. Y'all either want me to do Ozzy or y'all want me to do Wendy with the edges.
Wendy with the edges.
Oh, you can call it Wendy Ozzy.
Listen, Juanita Douglas says where are the mods? The trolls are early tonight. Okay, mods, you know what to do.
The trolls are early. I know. I get a lot of trolls, honey, with the cancel culture. I'm like, cancel culture is only bad if you're canceling the wrong people.
Right.
Someone who deserves to be canceled, then that's something, But
exactly. Jarena, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you, sis. Thank you. Oh, Mary, you getting some love in the chat. Okay. All right.
Hi.
Hi.
I need all the validation, honey. I'm a Persian Gemini. Just keep it.
You a Gemini?
Yeah. Ooh.
Gemini. Hey.
I'm married to a Gemini. He has two heads, and I mean that, up here and down there.
Listen, we don't do a lot of things right, but we laid down the pipe, honey.
Yes.
Oh, goodness gracious.
If he wasn't retired, I would think he's a plumber.
Oh.
He laid plenty of it.
We're starting early tonight, folks.
The pre-show.
This is the pre-show.
Candy-coated nights, honey. Candy, are you here?
We're giving you the pre-show till Friday's after show. Okay, Fifi Washington, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, family. Loving the shade, and I'm here for it. Hey, family. I love that. We are a family here.
Yes.
Singe, I haven't seen you in forever. I know you're working hard. Hey, Singe, thank you for the super chat. How wretched. Forget the investigation. Just fire Sharon. If we wanted to race this bitch auntie, we could just call one of the royals. Yeah.
That was racist.
Yeah.
That was racist.
That was perfect.
That was British auntie, not bitch.
But it was true what you said.
Yeah.
It worked both ways.
Yeah. It flowed.
Yeah, it flowed. Birds of a feather, flock together. I tell you.
Monica, I told you when I worked for a British, PR company, when I was a new publicist, I was drinking the tea without milk. And my boss literally in front of everyone said, "Are you a savage?"
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? What?
Yeah,
They
they'll
don't know
get
any
you.
better. They
They'll
don't know
get
any
you.
better. And one of the employees who was a black woman was wearing a hoodie and she said, "Oh, you look a little scary with that hoodie on." Yeah, they don't know what they're doing, honey. They're running on empty.
Yes.
And then y'all think it was very suspicious when you think about the Spice Girls. Why she gotta be scary Spice? We always like, why she gotta be scary? You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
but she and Posh Spice were the only memorable ones. But the rest of them, I don't
There
even know
you
their
go.
names.
Who's getting paid now? I think Baby's in a corner, honey. She in a box on the street, Baby Spice.
Slanging that
Scary
thing.
Spice knew who to get a gut full of baby from. Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
She's smart. But
Yeah.
she's still getting those paydays, hosting this, hosting that, honey. Good for her.
Oh yeah, she's still doing her thing. Black Royalty, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Sharon showed the world more proof of how white people can be belligerent and loud and keep their job. It was disgusting to have to see the black woman sit there and have to remain calm. Well, she did good. She played it exactly like how she should have played it. She didn't lose her cool. She played it smart. Yeah. That's a good point.
I'm sorry, I would have done Karen 3.50. I'm like, I can't believe you said this to me. I know we were friends. I'm telling you, I would out Karen her. I'm like, why you being so aggressive? Cameras, I can't do this. I would have got up and left.
I would have signaled to producers, maybe we should get security in here. I'm feeling threatened.
And I'm going to tell you, I know Cheryl Underwood back in the day when she used to come to Virginia for these comedy shows, and she's a hoot, and she will put you in your place, okay? So she was playing the role because, honest to God, she was asked to approach Sharon about that. And she played the role, honey. She played the tea. She's really did.
Always protect your bag. I always told my clients when I worked as a publicist, protect your bag. Say what needs to be said. Don't lose your cool. When you are a person of color, you have to act according to different rules, no matter how successful you are. You know that even though Beyonce is where she's at, if she makes a misstep, she will get canceled. That's the unfortunate thing. No matter how successful, money will not protect you. Fame will not protect you when you're a person of color in the U.S.
Yeah.
So don't forget that. And even her rep, Sharon's rep, I actually know him, and he said she will survive this. And you better believe she's going to get a book deal. She's going to do the press tours, and she's going to make more money than Cheryl. And that's and that's white privilege for y'all.
Yes.
And for people,
it's Piers. Y'all think he walked off British today, but he's getting ready to start a thing. And guess who's going to be his MFing co-host? Is going to be Sharon. It's going to be Sharon. Her and Ozzy get to go back to Britain and just stay there now because he is coming out with something. Trust me, Piers did not just walk away and still in the mouth.
Absolutely.
Marcella, you are so right. White straight men never walk away. They're talking about bringing Matt Lauer back, a man who would literally lock people in his office and rape them.
What?
Oh my God. Yeah.
They're trying to give him a second chance. What's the big deal? That's being a white man in this country.
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. It's the privilege
being a white man all around the world.
Right.
There you go. Colonialism. Hello.
Yep.
Where do you think racism came from, honey? Call her Mother Earth.
Oh yeah.
Colorism just doesn't affect America; it affects everywhere.
Look at Russia. Did y'all see what Putin said today? He told Biden that y'all don't even know how to treat y'all black people over there, or the native Indians. That's what he said today.
Wow. Let's go ahead and check on our folks. We got a lot of people on the chat. Let's do the roll call.
Hey.
Roll call, it's a roll call. Tune in and let us know what's up with y'all. We want to hear what you got to say. Teacups, turn them up, what you sipping on today. Roll call, it's the roll call.
Hey, let me go ahead and play it one more time.
That make my soul happy.
Roll call, it's a roll call. Tune in and let us know what's up with y'all. We want to hear what you got to say. Teacups, turn them up, what you sipping on today. Roll call, it's the roll call.
All right, now the lovely.
I love that new song, Monica. I need that as a ringtone.
I like the way
Yeah,
you
for
slowed
sure.
it down. I like
It's the remix. It's the remix. All right. Lovely Sherry, we see you. Hey, Black Royalty, New York's finest. Brittany Joy, One Nurse Courtney. Hey, Viola, April Nicole, T. Chanel, Vanky, Angelo, Debbie, Anna, Naficia S. Baker, Vanessa Camgett. Hey, Vanessa. Shout out to Vanessa and all the other mods on tonight. Angela Davis, Natasha, Taja, Aisha, Lori, Santavia, Poise, Nostalgist, Symphony Love. Hey, Symphony Love. Tish P, TLW. Hey, Boo. Cheryl. Lovely Vi V. Hey, Lovely. Jen Bunny, Brittany Gates, Singe, like I said earlier, Naficia, Darren Hood, Regina, Karima, Erica. Hey, Erica.
Hey.
Destined 027, Harper, King James, Angela Davis, JS, Donella. Welcome all. So appreciative and grateful to have you with us tonight. You could be anywhere, but you're hanging with us. Now, Black Royalty, you're showing up and showing out tonight, aren't you?
What y'all drinking? I changed it up on y'all tonight. I told y'all in the chat, look, I got this for y'all tonight, y'all.
Ooh,
The good stuff. You brought out
that's a Cavassier.
And I got on a little green. I got on a little green and glittery.
That's very Countess Luann.
Yes, we're talking about Wendy, honey. So I need
beautiful.
4 degrees.
Yes. That's what I did. I used 4 degrees of deodorant on each arm, you know.
Oh my goodness. Look here, I can't.
Marcella, the two of us need to go on the road, honey.
Take it on the road, for real.
For real.
And the funny part is Amir's not even drinking anything. Nothing alcoholic.
Iced tea.
Oh.
So Black Royalty, thank you once again. Bishop is right. I would have pulled the Karen card, tears and all, like, oh my God, call 911. And you put on that voice, oh my God. Call 911, please.
You gotta make sure your mascara running and everything.
Absolutely.
Like you gotta look frightened. You gotta look frightened.
But Bishop, they did that once. You know, they did that because Elaine and Cheryl got emotional and nothing came of it. Remember when, I don't know which co-host it was that was like pushed to ask like some kind of racial question about, the question was, why can Black people say the N-word and we can't? I can't remember who asked that. And Elaine and Cheryl got kind of emotional. And then the co-host, I can't remember who it was, got emotional as well. I think it was Carrie Ann Inaba. And she got emotional. And then they got emotional and nothing came of that. So I wonder if being overtly emotional will make a difference, really.
Well, you got to be attacked, though.
Yeah, you got to be attacked. And that was producer driven, right? They got emotional over a question, but it was asked very politely. It wasn't turned against her like you said that, or accusing her. So yeah. Jarena, thank you so much for the super sticker, my love. I appreciate it. Crown by Bria, I love her. She is so funny. Thank you for the super chat. Too many times I have sat in professional meetings and had to bite my lip to not curse people out for being completely outwardly ignorant and not reading the room. Yeah, that's why we need to all become entrepreneurs at this point. So we could just do and say whatever the hell we want, pretty much, to an extent.
Absolutely. That's what you need, And Monica, I was actually pitching a project to WME, which is a big agency before the pandemic, with a white co-host, my idea. And when we went into the meeting, they literally kept looking at him. And at one point he said, this is Amir's idea. So why are you looking at me? Ooh. I'm white.
Wow.
Version. How come you're not looking at him? And I had a very thick beard, and I know a lot of people are going to say, well, he looks white, but I looked very Middle Eastern that day. I had a really thick beard, and so I know that I was being looked over as if I couldn't be the one with the idea. So just keep that in mind when you go into business meetings, that we can't get emotional. We have to push down our emotions and rise above. Go to the bathroom and cry and come back into the meeting, which is what I did. So.
Absolutely. Good advice. It's sad. Or sometimes too, if you're with a person, if you're a person of color and you're with a Caucasian person, they might steal the idea. And it's theirs. I've had that happen to me. It taught me a valuable lesson too.
Yeah.
The lovely Sherry, thank you so much for the super chat to the best show on YouTube, all about the tea and the panel. Hey, thanks
y'all
for
know I
love.
like y'all to make it rain, and I like to see those likes. Now we got 371 likes, and we got 1,700 people watching.
1,900.
Oh, y'all better press those likes for me, because y'all know I got a surprise for y'all. So when I see those likes rise, I might rise too.
Oh my goodness gracious,
Marcella, you need to bottle that energy, and I need to spray it all over my body, honey. Yes.
Oh, she's amazing.
But tonight I'm gonna twerk for the people if we can get those likes up. I'm right here. I'm in an open space. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna twerk.
Yes.
That's only if the likes come up, because I'm gonna make it rain from over here too.
Oh, all right now. Okay, so keep the money coming in.
I'm intrigued. Color me intrigued.
And Houghton, thank you so much for the super chat. It's very generous of you. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna keep this thing moving. All right. So after Sharon got busted this week for being even more disgusting than we thought she initially was, okay? She came out and she's done interviews and she's calling the accusations crap. She says, and I quote, crap, all crap, okay? She added that everyone's got an opinion or story, like the wonton story. It's like F off with your effing wonton story, F off. Of course it's a pylon. People want to add fuel to the fire and it comes with the territory, and that's fine. Hold up. Did this heifer just call Julie Chan a wonton again?
Yes.
So she's doubling down, but in a very sneaky type of way.
No, it's not sneaky. That's what those Britons do. You remember Lisa Vanderpump when she get into somebody's tail, she'll say, well, in Britain, it don't mean nothing. And that's the card Sharon Osbourne doing, but she better watch who she doing that with, because I'm a hitter on the Hennessy and Faces.
You heard that first here.
Yes, you did. And let's be honest, Monica, the apple don't fall too far from the tree, because Kelly Osbourne was on The View saying that Mexican people cleaning her toilet. So they see people as less than, but that's the empire mentality, the colonialism, it's showing. And the fact with Sharon Osbourne is that she's been problematic for a while. And I think sometimes people think, oh, well, if you've been problematic for a while, let's just leave you. It's like, no, that's not how it works.
No, it doesn't. And maybe that might have worked mostly throughout her life. She got away with doing it. But right now in the Black Lives Matter movement, everyone's sensitive. Okay. So it's being highlighted. It's being called out. And, CBS just can't have her, go on saying what she wants, because they're going to be called out. They're going to be boycotts. And they hate negative press. They don't want this. They don't want the negative press.
And so I'm going to tell you another thing. Sharon is used to cleaning up for little Jack, drunk Jack, her son. She's used to cleaning up for druggy Kelly. And then she's trying to keep her husband straight. But she can't straighten this out, because you know what? She went for the wrong girl, wrong road. She went for, Cheryl Underwood, the Delta, honey, the Delta. She not going for that. She know how to be meticulous and play her. She just played her right out of her seat.
Yes, she did. But Marcella, I hope they don't cancel the show, because I had a lot of people posting on my TikTok and saying, cancel the show. But that's crew and other people's jobs and a lot of people of color. So let's not cancel the show, CBS. I hope they don't take the, PUSS route, SSY route, and cancel, because that's what a lot of networks do. And we don't want to lose all those jobs. So let's not cancel the show. Let's cancel Sharon Osbourne.
Absolutely right. And stop holding up the show. Bring it back and just suspend her for a few days. Why not? Just call it a vacation. They're gonna pay her.
Cancel that bitch.
Well, just call it that for now, and eventually just phase her ass out, is what I'm saying.
Suspend her right to the Long Island dump, honey.
Yes.
And we don't want to see her on TV anymore.
Right.
No interviews, no crying, and don't force a black host to interview her on ET. Like, don't do that. Can we not do that? Can we
I
not
know.
do that? And can we not have,
Frazier.
you know, it's like the Chris Harrison effect, having Rachel Lindsay try to don't put a black person to have to dismantle racism for a white racist. I can't do that anymore.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, when they start that, they're gonna get Leah. Remember, she told on the Scientology, she gonna start telling on Karen, and people are gonna start believing her. Trust me, when she doing interviews, they're gonna be interviews to bash her. So everything works in two ways in Hollywood. Hollyweird, believe me.
It's very true. Very true. So now we have RHOP star, Miss Wendy Osefo, aka
Star is very that was very generous. Star.
Y'all, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice, Samir, because I have there's like a little small contingent, maybe of 3 people that are super fans of hers, and they're constantly in my DMs or you know, jumping in my comment sections. How dare you talk about Wendy this way? She is a Nigerian woman.
Yeah,
but it's 3 people. And it's probably Wendy, her husband, and the kids. You know,
come on, Monica. We need to stop that card. It's like OG on Basketball Wives. We can't keep throwing the ethnicity out there and saying it's a colorism issue and it's a Nigerian issue. You're beautiful. The best part of Wendy is her Nigerian family story. So we're not criticizing that. We're criticizing her as a person. Not as a Nigerian.
Exactly.
And, you know, and we don't vibe with her, and that's okay. And tell all those people to come to my DMs because you're too busy. You're raising wonderful children. You have your successful websites. They need to stop. But I'm single and unmarried, honey. Come to me with your hate.
He'll handle you. He'll get you together.
Was ringing so bad to tell me that I was jealous of Wendy. So I was so jealous when my makeup artist came tonight. I said, listen, I don't want you to fix my face. Just give me some edges. Instead of the marker, she gave me the great lash.
Oh, you're paying homage. You're paying homage. It's not an insult.
Yes, honey. Get that hairline. And why are you jealous of those confessional polyester looks? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're too gracious talking about her three fans. That is not her fans. That was her personalities.
Right.
Because you know, good with her husband, her kids ain't no fan of hers.
Goodness gracious! Selena T, thank you so much for the super chat. The nerve to look down on anyone when they are flight with their mouth, attitude, and morals. I've seen The Crown. Those parties was debauchery. Yeah, girl. Oh, totally debauchery.
A lot of incest.
And assaults and it's really, really, really mucky and muddy and disgusting.
Sharon need to be bitch slapped, okay? She do.
All the way back to London, England. Yeah, absolutely. Take that mess back there. We won't tolerate it here. Okay, so Wendy Osefo, the Nigerian queen, she wants to take over for Sharon. She wants Sharon out and fired. And she wants to step into that role and be the new co-host of The Talk. She actually tweeted this. So I hear CBS The Talk, and she actually added them. Maybe having an open seat soon. Who can connect me with the right person to fill that seat? Hashtag claim it, praying hands, and, you know, the wish me good luck fingers. Oh, my God, the desperation. The desperation.
Oh, that hairline.
I'm going to fire my stylist. My edges do not look like hers. Firing.
Yeah, you need a new one.
Yes.
Marcella, yours look better, girl. I'm vibing with yours. I think yours are even more symmetrical. That's
what
very
in
Teresa
the world?
TJ. Hello, Teresa.
Look at the edge, the baby hair edge
see
to
her
the
contacts?
eye. Look at the baby hair edge.
Contacts?
Look at the baby hair edge to eyebrow ratio. There's no
highlighter's good. I like the highlighter.
There's no
she got on contacts. She got on contacts trying to look like Hazel, aka my girl Monique. Now that she used to dust her whole entire house, including the bed that Eddie's not sleeping in.
Oh wow. Goodness gracious. So people on Twitter reacted and it wasn't kind. I'll pull up some tweets. Maybe Bishop, Amir, you know, we can rotate. Marcella can read the tweets.
Sure.
Replying to Wendy Osefo and the Talk CBS, don't use the donor list. Correct.
Oh my God.
Amir, are you aware of the donor list scandal? I broke that on this channel. Are you aware?
Wait, can you fill me in on that, please, real quick?
Absolutely. Okay, so let me bring you up to speed. So before Wendy got on the show, she did not know Karen, Candace, or anyone. You know, when she came on the show and she's like, Karen, you know me. We sat on the same board together. You know me.
That was a lie?
Yeah, they didn't really know each other. They sat on the same board, but they didn't know each other. So the tea is, right? Wendy sat on a board with Karen and Candace. She didn't know them. They weren't friends. She only attended 2 Zoom meetings. She didn't know them. They weren't friends. The CEO of the board, her name is Vivian Abakubu. She introduced Wendy to Karen and Candace just casually. They didn't know each other. And they were not friends. I'll tell you that much, okay? They didn't have each other's phone numbers. They didn't speak. They didn't go to lunch. They didn't hang out. So Wendy kind of, she scammed her way on the board, you know, because she's Nigerian. The CEO of the board is Nigerian, and she didn't know her. So she slid in her DMs one day and was like, hey, I'm Nigerian. You're Nigerian. And I appear on Fox News. I'm a professor at Johns Hopkins, yada, yada, yada. I have 50 million degrees. I would love to help you in your charity. So the charity benefits disadvantaged girls around the world. It helps them get an education. So Vivian, a beautiful woman, very, very kind, super educated. You know, she's unassuming. She's thinking, oh, okay, this will be great. You're on Fox News and you're on all these things. So she invited her on the board, you know, not knowing she was being targeted for something else. She got on the board. She only attended 2 board meetings, and here's why.
Through Zoom.
Hang on. Here's why. She stole the donor lists from the charity, and Vivian found out and kicked her off the charity.
Wait, what did she want with the donor list? Like to reach out and kind of have influential friends or something? Like,
absolutely, get in the circle. No one knew her. No one knows her.
She knows what kind of women are people now, are families that would what they would donate. So if I'm on that list, it says that Marcella Davis would donate $10,000. She'll call me and say, hey, Vivian gave me your number. She's having this event. Are you going to donate this year? We are saving your seed. And I said, yeah, put me down for 10,000. She was calling these people like that bitch knew them.
But she didn't call anyone, I don't think. That was not her job to call anyone. Because she got kicked off. Absolutely. And so on that second Zoom board meeting, they were talking about their inaugural gala, and Vivian was appointing committees for the gala. And Karen Huger said, I want to head up the organizing committee for the gala. And Wendy immediately says, put me on that, you know, I want to be on the same committee as Karen. Put me on that committee. And everything else, it fell apart from there. She couldn't even attend one committee meeting because she got kicked off. How tacky is that?
Yes.
How tacky.
I mean, it's okay, like, if you want to, like, clout chase and you want to use that opportunity to get on a Bravo show, but don't take the donor list. Like, I'm fine with you. I'm fine if you want to, like, you know, finagle your way onto a Bravo show, but don't steal the donor list. Come on.
Right.
Oh, that's so tacky. Moby, thank you for the super chat, my love. We appreciate you. To all the Nigerians in the comments, that's why y'all got that stereotype name, Nigerian scammer, because of Wendy's actions. Well, just go talk to the FBI. I mean, they'll tell you why they got that name, right? I mean, listen, we didn't make it up here, okay?
We ain't joking around here.
The donor list bandit.
Let me answer that. Let me answer this one. Wendy is a pretty woman, so I'm the makeup and the black dye to make edges. Look, sis, no. Look, sis, that's what she's doing because you know that's not her real hair. And I do think Wendy is a very beautiful woman. Tell her to stay true to herself and natural. And I'm just joking her edges, girl. I can't take away her 4 degrees. Stop. Don't be mad.
Listen.
You give $5 more for the super chat and press like, please. Thank you.
Just Jules JG, thank you for the super chat, my love. We appreciate you. Perfectly imperfect.
But you know what it is, Monica? I just want to say real quickly to like fans of Bravo shows, let's be honest, all of us know Bravo people. And 9 times out of 10, honey, let me tell you, I've interviewed a lot of them. I talked to a lot of them on the regular. They're all wackadoo. So you might like them. Aside from Monique Samuels, which is the one I've met that isn't crazy
And
wackadoo.
Portia.
The rest, and Portia, we like Portia. But the rest of them, you're just seeing them on your TV. You don't know them. They're all a little ridiculous. So when we say things, we know what we're talking about. So thank you.
And Amir would know. He's a publicist in the business. He's worked with many reality stars and big time stars too, and A-listers as well as Z-lister reality stars. So he knows what he's talking about. He knows. Okay.
Yep.
If anyone, he's an expert
Don't get
at
mad
that
at us.
stuff.
Don't get mad at Marcella
us.
because that's our job is to comment and make fun. That's our job.
Absolutely.
So you don't like it? Don't watch.
Marcella don't
something
care.
fun on
Amir,
YouTube.
Marcella's going upstairs with the plumber.
Yes, get your bolo, honey. Get your bolo.
Oh my God. Nigerian skimmer, let's not stereotype. Now, honey, we didn't start that stereotype. Like I said, take it up with the FBI. Take it up with the FBI.
We all got those emails.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with the whole thing we was talking about yesterday with basketball. Malaysia, like, you didn't have to insinuate that I bleached. That hurt my feelings. Ma'am, we've been saying you bleached your skin before even we knew who an OG was.
Right.
Like,
Her mother
ma'am,
looked like
she
Casper
just,
the Friendly Ghost.
yeah.
And that's a problem. That's a problem not only with the Black community, the Indian community, the Asian community. Bleaching it's called Fair and Lovely. It's one of the #1 selling bleaching creams in India. So that's not just the Black community. So Malaysia, honey, Malaysia, Pargo, do your research, girl.
LaQuisha, Malaysia.
But she did go from brown to light. I mean,
Yeah, dark brown.
The proof is in the pudding. Okay. I mean,
And the
it's right
pudding,
there.
honey, is vanilla.
It went from chocolate to vanilla. Absolutely.
Well, I think the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You will get diabetes if you come to Virginia.
Honey, there
Let's
have been
continue.
times when I've gone into diabetic shock, honey, from these men. Yes, honey.
Amir, come on now.
Mhm.
Listen. Okay, so Amir,
Sorry,
this
Monica,
one's
go
for
ahead.
you.
We're done. We're done. Monica.
Okay.
Amir, this one's for you.
Okay, replying to Wendy Osefo in the Talk CBS, please no Z, don't want to hear about no damn 4 degrees. I agree. Your rich husband and Igbo, I don't want to say that wrong. Igbo rubbish, please no exclamation point. Igbo is her culture, right? I actually like that part. I'm kind of a fan of that.
But that's actually Igbo.
Igbo. That's part of like the Nigerian tribe. It's a tribe. It's a tribe.
Igbo.
There you go,
Igbo.
Bishop.
I love her sister. They replaced their sister with, I think Wendy should be replaced by her sister.
Yes,
She
yes. I
should
like
be.
the sister.
She's actually a real doctor. Hard pass. Can't see it.
Shade.
Hard pass. Can't see it. It would be like having a Megan on the talk.
Absolutely.
Not bad, but yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Okay, we did that
What
one.
I'm going to say about that, I don't think that Wendy, she put hashtag claiming it. She needs to claim that her marriage stays together and all that. But the thing is, Wendy is an AKA, if y'all know anything about sororities, and Cheryl Underwood is a Delta. I do not think that Cheryl Underwood would tolerate another Afro-American woman with Wendy's attitude. I think there would be some conflict there because those are two women that I think they would bump heads.
I think they would clash too. So this person says, "Child, we didn't like seeing you on RHOP. What makes you think we want to see you on the talk?"
Right.
Wow.
Oh,
I heard no lies.
No lies told.
Hey,
Replying to Wendy Osefo, the talk. Just go back over that donors list you stole, sis. I'm sure you'll find a number 2 or maybe a 3.
Good God.
Lord help us.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord, you about to scam your way onto this show too?
Oh my goodness. Listen, people are not here for it. They put her in her place. They shut
I love
her
Black
down.
Twitter, y'all. Black Twitter is like,
Listen.
it's the best. It's like Clubhouse and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok all smashed into one thing. It's amazing. I'm so here for it because it knows when to really speak up and, you know, and I love that. And I think with Wendy, why people are upset, and this could be maybe me projecting, is the idea that she deserves it and is owed that job is what kind of irritates me about her. It's like that era of like, I'm amazing. I went to Johns Hopkins, I have 4 degrees. You should give me the job no matter what. Which
right.
I claim.
She got to remember, it's ratings they want. They want ratings, and she can't bring ratings to Real Housewives of Potomac. So she can't bring ratings to CBS.
There you go. There you go. And
she can't.
Monique Samuels should be up for the job.
She would be awesome.
Yes.
But you know, I mean, I don't know if y'all saw it when they shaded her on This Is Us. Did y'all see that?
What were your thoughts on that, Amir?
Cool. That was
what was your thoughts on that?
I was pissed because that's, again, conglomerates hiding behind different avenues and thinking people don't know that NBC Universal owns NBC, Bravo. People don't know that these conglomerates. So that's like a shady remark of, first of all, I don't like that a white man is telling his daughter not to be like a strong black woman. Like, she should know better. She should learn.
Exactly. Absolutely.
She took that lemon and made lemonade, y'all. She advertised all her pages. Girl, she is a walking brand. She knew what to do when he told her not to be like that. She was showing his daughter why he should be like that. But please let me say that Cheryl Underwood is not a Delta. She is a Zeta. Zeta sisters in the chat. I love you guys.
You know what? You're right. Good point, Marcella. She turned lemons into lemonade, and her the sales went through the roof on her on her oils, her essential oils.
It did, honey. Monica, you always have to make, when people send me those emails telling me not to do things, like I've been using a sound on TikTok that went viral, and NBC Universal reached out and was like, oh, we're letting you do this. Girl,
are you serious?
You don't have to let me do anything. TikTok, you're allowed to use unlicensed information and do whatever you want with it. And Will Smith reposted my sound. So NBC, you stay in your lane and I'll stay in mine. So thank you.
Kudos to you. Will Smith reposted it too?
Yes, he did.
Wow. I told you, my youngest baby, the little one, she came over to me and she goes, Mom, did you see this? And I'm like, what? She goes, it's TikTok. Amir, he's famous.
I
was like, really? She goes, yes, Mom. Look how many likes he has and retweets and whatever y'all do on TikTok. I don't know TikTok.
She's really sweet. But you know what? The reason I bring it up is that I'm a small creator, and a lot of black and brown creators get shut down, especially on TikTok, and they build up the white ones. And for NBC to reach out and say, we're going to let you do this. And then they used one of their accounts and reposted it without giving me credit and made it seem like they came up with the trend because it's their content. But I made the trend happen. That show came out 12 years ago. How come it's doing well now? I made that happen. And
did they really do that?
They did. And it's not to give myself a pat on the back. It's to talk about how this happens to black and brown creators all over TikTok, and they don't get any credit for nothing. And we don't get a single dollar where they make money off of it. So that's my 2 cents there with that.
I appreciate you calling them out and saying that. Yes. And you should get all the credit because you work your ass off on TikTok.
I try.
And TikTok is not easy. I tried it for 10 minutes and I gave up. I was done.
I haven't tried it yet.
I have a TikTok, y'all. I got a TikTok with like 16 videos and they be.
I'm gonna follow you, Marcella. What's your TikTok? I need.
I gotta go look at it, Amir. I don't know if I
Send it to me, girl. Send it to me, girl.
But I got a TikTok.
Absolutely.
It. Hey,
Princess. Look at that background, girl.
I missed you last night.
Yes,
I was around in the trenches.
It was crazy last night, Princess. I'm sorry. We were like, I realized at the 3-hour mark, okay, it's time to.
Right.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. Yeah, and that's why I'm tired of OG and those recordings. Enough.
Oh God.
Enough. I love you.
One side of town to the other last night during that recording. I said, good, googly, muggly.
I mean, seriously, Princess. And listen, I might be a little biased because Evelyn Lozado followed me today, so I'm a little on cloud 9 about it. But I do have to agree with her. When I'm not saying I don't know what her intention was with that post, but she is not lying. When early on, when you click that GIF, that was one of the first ones you could click. Is that monkey? I'm not defending her. I'm not saying it's right. None of that. But I'm saying that what she said checks out with that GIF early on, for about a month. That emoji was very easily accessible. Again, I'm not defending her.
But it was a different one, though. It was a circle one where you have to copy and paste. The one that's in the circle, you have to copy and paste and kind of, abstract it a little bit. So I'm like, man.
I don't.
So you're saying she put effort in.
I don't know. Like I don't know what she was thinking. But when I went to use that emoji, not for anything that was racially charged, of course, but like I went to use that emoji for something else, and it was like very easily accessible. That's all I'm saying.
Like tread lightly. You got a demon following you now.
Yeah,
I said it, Evelyn.
Amir, say no comment. Do the
say no comment.
No comment.
This girl. Let me say this. That is not the ideas and thoughts of Amir. That's strictly the bishop.
Yeah.
An alleged demon.
And Houghton, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Marcella, how are you in the chat and giving super chat?
No,
girl.
I'm gonna get $50 more that we get these likes up. And listen, we got 2,338 people watching us, and all I got is 678 likes.
We went up.
I got a surprise for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You might see that Cardi B dance. You know what I'm saying?
Marcella, girl.
Not the WAP, Marcella. This is a PG-13.
We get them like you gonna get a dance, and you ain't gonna get to see my WAP. So stop putting that in the chat. I'm a dance to the WAP song.
Thank you, Marcella.
Bring the plumber down, girl. Bring the plumber
down. Yes, he needs.
Y'all don't want me to do that. Then it be X-rated, and then
fix your pipes, child.
Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we? I want to admit because I like the way that microphone sounds tonight. We have to call out and give a shout out, a great shout out. I was asleep. I had to take a nap. I overslept. I woke up, looked at my inbox, and Dr. Wendy Osefo herself was in my inbox with another.
It's not her. That's not her.
You know what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all know it was her personality.
Oh, right. Okay. The alter ego. Okay.
Yeah. The fan page gave me my weekly dissertation today, because they heard that you were talking. But what tickles me is I just went into the rabbit hole and they dislike you so much that they got a petition going to cancel all about the tea, and 2 losers signed. I already know which one won.
Oh, awesome. That's so nice. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Thank you so much.
I love that. How many signatures do they need, y'all? 2?
Wow. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It was Wendy, her edges, and her degrees that signed it.
Well, that was 3. It was 3.
And it's still not enough, y'all. It's still not as many degrees.
I'm sorry.
Well, Monica, in my inbox, me and you,
I'm so flattered.
We were invited to a makeup party, and then we've been invited to invest money to somebody we don't know for business. I mean, they come in, they always put all of us together. Marcella, Monique, and Monica. Monique, and Monica.
Yes.
Wow.
They talked about Marcella. I'm like, why do I care? What are you coming to tell me for?
Princess, what are your thoughts on Wendy trying to scam her way on the talk? What are your thoughts on that?
I was somewhere on that Twitter line. I must put a GIF up there. Time a girl, bye, Felicia, bye. I think it's classless, first of all. Like, the woman's seat is not cold and it's actually not empty yet. So why are you jumping in so hard? That's tacky. If I was a boss, I would be like, hell no. Can we get the resumes out and have an announcement that we officially are hiring away?
Yeah.
It looks the same as, it resembles the donor listing. And I guess that's why they're so mad, because that's tacky. Who does that? Oh, you better be fired.
Well,
let me get your job without you.
Amir, just to bring you up to speed, Wendy did respond, okay? And she goes, when she was asked, she went on a podcast, Amir, I've never heard of, just some random podcast, like 3 months after I made the accusations, right? And her response was, I don't know where that rumor came from. I have no clue. And I would never steal an email list. I didn't say email list. I said donor list. That's number one.
Play a
Oh, I
word.
know what podcast that was, Monica. It's one of.
Oh, don't
Andy
even
Cohen's
mention it.
tricks.
I wouldn't even mention it.
No, I'm not
She
going to
didn't-
mention it, but it's
she didn't
Andy
mention
Cohen's
me.
tricks. One of his
Okay.
tricks.
Well, that's probably why she didn't mention me in the podcast. That's why I refused to mention her name. See how that goes, right?
We're not mentioning the podcast. I will not give free promotion to nobody.
Absolutely not.
Facts.
I don't mind doing it, but don't be shady towards me. But there's where that came from, okay? And you're supposed to cite your sources. How dare you even? How do you bring someone on your platform to respond to allegations and not cite where the allegations came from? Tacky, typical Karen shit, okay? And it was a Karen. It was a Karen that runs that podcast. Typical Karen shit to bring down a black woman. Yeah, I said it. Now
I'm happy you said it. You better say it from the mountaintop, honey.
Typical Karen shit.
Ooh,
Say it for the cheap seats in the back.
I felt that thug spirit.
You felt it. It came out. It jumps out. It jumps out occasionally.
Oh, Monica has that. She has that spirit. You call her. If you need some SHIT to go down, you call Monica. You don't call nobody else.
We need to cancel that bitch today. Can
totally. She been canceled. Like I said, a podcast no one ever heard of. Okay, didn't I say that? Helen Williams, thank you so much for the super chat. Why Monica never show her face? I've explained this a couple of times, Helen. I spill some very salacious, sometimes even dangerous tea on this channel. And just to protect my privacy and the privacy of my family, okay? Because I don't want to ever have to go to jail for someone running down on me and I have to pull my pistol on you. I don't want to have to deal with all and spend a few nights in jail. I mean, listen, it would be legit, okay? Because I would be defending myself. So I probably will get off, but I don't want to have to deal with that. That's just too much. So that's why, I choose personally not to show my face, but maybe one day I will. I have been thinking about it lately. I have been. So I might. Yeah. Okay. Who knows? You never know. You never know.
And make these ugly chicks throw up too.
Hurt some feelings.
I can't believe she that cute.
Oh.
The avatar is cute. Like, come on.
The avatar is so cute.
Now let's be real. There are some facially challenged folks that be faking with these pretty avatars, and I'm like, good and well, you don't look nothing like that. y'all know a few people that do that type of stuff. Like,
yeah. Some people need to use avatars though. They're scary on camera, and I'm like, boo, why don't you have an avatar? Ooh,
any more hair care?
Oh, let me answer that down there. Monica doesn't want these Nigerian people coming after her. Let me tell you something. Monica got a lot of Nigerian people that love her. And we're basically talking about Wendy's attitude. And if you don't like OG, her attitude. And, when people don't understand. But guess what? Nigerian people love Monica. I mean, and you know what? And they love me too. Nobody's coming.
But you know what, though, Marcella, just to that point, there are some crazy super fans of all nationalities, not just Nigerian, okay, that take these Z-listers and celebrities to heart. They feel that, you are insulting their families. That's how, and it's a mental health issue. So when you're dealing with some people that have mental health issues, you got to be careful.
Yeah, like the hounds, the basset hounds. They always coming for it. That was one of my first trolls on Twitter was the Basset Hound crew.
That's Candace. That's Candace.
That's Candace Dillard Bassett, the Basset Hound family. Yeah,
and that's why Chris ain't getting none. That's why Chris ain't getting none of that black cat because they on.
Princess, thank you, my love, for calling in. Hang out in the backstage. We got a full house back there, and I'll bring you back. Okay.
Hi, Princess.
Okay. Hey, TLW.
What's good?
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. Hi, Amir. Hey, Bishop.
Hi,
Marcella.
What's going on?
So Wendy, aka Noxzema Jackson, she is just she's moving way too fast. Like her eyes are way too big for her stomach. She needs to seriously pump her brakes because it's like you're not really even on this first show good and settled, and now you're trying to move on to that one so fast. It's like sis, pump your brakes. Like we get it, you want to be upwardly mobile, but like you got to take your time. Take your time.
Yes.
Establish a serious fan base.
How about establish a brand? I mean, she is just all over the
Jumping
place.
everywhere.
You're
Yeah.
right. At good point. She needs the money. Well, listen, she's 1.5 million in student loan debt. And when the unknown podcast lady asked her about the the 1.5 million student loan debt that the exclusive I put out, she goes, well, I do have student loan debt like Obama. He has student loan debt, but I really don't know how much, I have in debt. Excuse me? Girl.
Obama had a $12 million book deal, honey. I think he scrubbed the school debt.
It was 12 million. I thought it was 25 million.
Well, there you go. Between Michelle and then Malia's making money at Twitter and TikTok, and girl, they're good.
The narcissism to her to compare herself to the Obamas. Bitch, you are not in their league. And don't even mention their name in the same sentence as yourself, okay? Go pay your bills, all right?
And can I do the math? 1.5 million. 1.5 million that she's worth, 1.5 million in debt. That means 0, and they have 4 kids.
That's a net worth of 0 for those in the chat.
4 kids. 4
wow.
kids.
Crown by Bria, thank you so much for the super chat. I just love you. It's 2 snaps and a twirl on that, Monica. Say that. Yes. Helen, the FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, guising classified information. Monica got to be protected at all costs. Absolutely. Yeah.
What's guising mean? What is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
But yesterday, Monica, sorry to interrupt. Yesterday, I was watching you guys. I was at work, so I couldn't call in and talk about the OG situation. But when you said OG keeps a receipt, honey.
She does. She does. She really does.
Well, what's the point of her receipt? There's no reunion. What are they thinking?
I know. Reunion's canceled.
Because of the receipts that she's dropping. She's dropping it because then if the stuff that she's dropping, if they have that reunion, they're going to have to talk about everything that she's done, and it's putting production on blast, and it's putting those women on blast, and they don't want to answer for it.
Well, she better tread lightly, like Monica said. She can get sued for this.
I know. I think she's violating her contracts and stuff of that nature. And then you're
selling all those polyester outfits. That's going to be expensive.
Oh, bear
with the zipper in the back.
Nia Smith, you're absolutely right, my love. I have 3. Maybe I'll show you guys one day. I don't know.
I told you you're Charlie and we're your angels. Charlie's angels.
One day I'll go on Instagram Live and I'll show you.
This is why Monica is my sister. Because come on now, I'm with a black woman that owns guns.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, all the crazy white men do. Why can't a gorgeous, successful black woman own her guns too?
Exactly.
And I love a Glock. I rub that Glock on my leg and say, "Honey, don't touch me. Don't touch me right here."
You look like you have a Bible in one hand, and a gun in the other.
Yes, honey.
Absolutely. And my little Louis Vuitton wallet, absolutely.
Oh,
honey, not the Louis Vuitton.
Don't play with her.
Not the Louis Vuitton. Get it, girl.
All right.
I'm not at that status yet. I'm gonna get there.
TLW, my love. Besides OG, what are your thoughts on Miss Wendy Osefo? Here, let me pull up this photo. I did this thumbnail today, and it caused quite a stir. Here she goes. Here she is. Here she is with the talk. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
My God, I was looking for her desperately, and I couldn't find her. I was like, I don't. And then I saw Jermaine. Oh, girl, you crazy.
What are your thoughts on Wendy trying to get on the talk? What are your thoughts?
Oh God.
I just that takes place over in California. I mean, like, try to get on a show that's up the turnpike, up the Jersey Turnpike, the Garden State Parkway in New York first before you try to go across country.
The Studio City, that's right. That's in Studio City, California.
They're not gonna. CBS ain't gonna pay for the plane ticket. At least the people in New York would give you the car service. Will have a car service come and pick you up, in Maryland, and then drive you up to New York and then bring you back. They'll pay for that at least. But
it's desperate. It's just screaming desperation. Amir, doesn't it scream desperate? I think you put yourself on mute, my love. You're on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying as I post a thirst trap on Instagram, I'm the desperate one. But Wendy is desperate also. I think there is a way that she could have done it where she just had her people reach out to their people and set up a call or a meeting without doing this public desperation, claiming it. She thought she was being cute. I feel like you have to be the right personality to get away with that. Like a Chrissy Teigen could have gotten away with that. Like, I'm claiming it and kind of irreverent, but Wendy has such a large academic stick up her ass that it just doesn't match. Like, her tweet doesn't match her persona, if that makes sense.
Not at all. Yeah. I mean, she's always tagging Netflix and she's always tagging major. I want to watch a movie tonight. What's good on Netflix? And then Netflix responded. I'm like, oh my God, don't feed the troll. Don't feed the troll.
Don't feed her. She's so desperate. She's like the kind of person that posts like a thirst trap and then posts like a Maya Angelou quote under it. Nobody needs to see those two things associated together. Like,
and she would talk with that tongue the whole night. Hey, Phil Underwood. How you doing, Phil Underwood?
Oh, TLW, thank you so much for calling in. We love and appreciate you. Have a good evening, my love. Bye.
Good night, you guys.
Good night. We have Dr. EVA. Hi, Dr. EVA.
Hey, Dr. EVA.
Yes.
Hello,
yes. She's an internal medicine doctor. Hi, Dr.
A real doctor, honey.
A real one.
A real one.
And don't forget nephrologist. Also.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Burn the house down, honey. Burn the house down.
And look at them edges. The eyebrow, that ratio goes perfectly with it.
Look at that beautiful face.
And the nails. You have 2 actual, like, momentous degrees, and she got 4 that are lick-lack, dick-tack, wacky-dack. Who knows what they are?
Meaningless degrees. She's trying to be on a reality show.
Yes, Louis Vuitton.
Oh, you go, girl. You go, Marcella.
Oh, my God.
That's a real doctor, y'all. This is from her.
She balling, y'all.
No, okay. I you guys know I love you guys. I love the teacups. I mean, literally, these shows have been banging. It's been amazing. and Amir, I love you on Instagram and the other shows as well. Like, oh my gosh, you're so like funny. Like, wow, you guys are so entertaining. All of you, Bishop. Wow, Marcella, she always brings the energy. So,
and you bring knowledge.
Absolutely.
And you're saving lives, bitch, with style.
And grace. And she's humble. And she's just an amazing spirit. Okay, I'm going to just drop this. But, of course, I would never share Dr. EVA. She is off-site working a job remotely at a location, secret location. And she's having a blast. And she sent me a video of herself dancing. And let me tell you, she has a beautiful body. Okay, you and
where's my video at, ma'am?
She just has the most.
Can we see the video?
No, it's from the girl. Let me tell you something. Dr. EVA has grace, style, and an amazing personality. Okay, and she's Nigerian. Okay, why could
I am Nigerian?
She's Nigerian. Did y'all miss that part?
Don't draw her edges like I did tonight. Look,
Now look. Now I will say this: if I had to go in surgery and wake up to her, I'd be like, "Yes, God, I see the light."
You guys are so crazy. You're crazy. I love the show so much, but Monica, okay, I have to defend Dr. Wendy. Okay, first of all,
here we go.
Okay, so this is where people come for me. That's okay. So here's the thing. I think this show would be part of her brand. Why? She was a political commentator prior to Housewives, right? Of course, she has the pedigree. She's knowledgeable. She has a lot of, she can talk about a whole host of topics, number one. Number two, she's very opinionated. My concern, however, is that you actually have to engage with the other members of the panel. It's not about fighting for reality TV. This is about actually engaging. So what she would actually have to do is listen and respond. So okay, so that's one. And then the second thing is I think she could have a role on the job or for the talk, but I do agree that the way she's going about it, no, it's not really classy in my opinion. I'm sorry to like declare online just like this, like, oh yeah, I would love to. The seat is still warm. Just take it easy. Do all that stuff privately. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's not gonna get it.
Yeah, it's not in her DNA to even, like she'll probably think she's watching. We know she watches. She's a huge fan of the show. She's a huge fan of this show, but she won't receive that in a very positive way. She'll probably think you're hating on her.
Right. I support you, Dr. Wendy. I have from the beginning. I have.
Yeah, and I tried to it from the beginning too, Dr. EVA. I was like, oh, she a Nigerian woman. Oh, I can't wait to see her. And then she had that frivolous argument. I was like, I'm lost. Right. What is going on? And I was like, okay, let's give her another chance. And she kept inserting herself. And I'm like, you only been here for 5 minutes. What's going on? Like, is this you? This is a terrible representation. But then when she talked when she talked with her mom, I'm like, oh, you got issues. Okay, it makes sense.
But Bishop, you know what it is?
She said, I sauntered. I didn't slither. I sauntered.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. But you know what it is, Monica? We talked about this. It's the difference between being a fan and an actual person, a part of the show. A lot of people do their research. They come in too hot. Jennifer Aiden did it, too, on Jersey. They're fans of the show. Jackie. They come in and they're like, I'm going to create issues with the main people. And it's frivolous and it seems desperate. Just be yourself and people will like you. Like, just let us like you.
Just like Margaret Joseph came in, starting with Siggy and attacking, her religion and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they do it. They do it all the time. I mean, but the thing, she didn't even know Karen or Candace, and she came in that heavy and that hot. Creepy. Is bizarre. It's very creepy. That's the perfect word for it. Creepy.
It's Dr. Wendy to you, sweetie.
Yeah, and attacking Ashley like that. And
she's not very self-aware. And to be a good host, especially on live TV, I have a lot of friends who are on shows like Fox Soul and E! News. You have to be very self-aware and you have to be very humble and authentic in yourself. And you can't have this air about you because people are not going to open up to you. So that's the only thing I worry about her, is that she doesn't. Talking about politics is one thing, but can you talk about, I don't know, like, what do they talk about on the talk? Like, pap smears? I don't know what they talk about on the talk.
She's not well-rounded. She's not. And talking over people, too. Like, I could see her talking to the extent that no one else has an opportunity to speak.
Ramble.
She would need to be well-produced. Absolutely. And curtail her thoughts to 3 minutes. Because she's all over the place. The interracial perspective, my love. Thank you so much for the super chat. Monica, don't show your face. You don't have nothing to prove to these haters. Amir, I love you, Amir, Marcella, Bishop. Y'all got us dying. Aw, thank you. We appreciate you.
That's family right there.
Absolutely. He is totally family. Cosborn, thank you so much for the super chat. Hang on one second. Thank you so much for the super chat. Say what? She stole a donor list to fit in, and now she's tweeting her way in. She forces her way in the group, not by invite. Can she afford a manager? She needs a lot more. She needs a therapist, a manager.
She need a financial advisor,
a life coach, a savings account. She needs a lot of things.
She needs a lot of help. But Monica, when we had new clients, especially clients that got onto a TV show or a movie or like a reality show, we had the media training. I think because again, this is the problem with her. She has this air of I'm better than people, and she probably never got media trained. She was like, I'm too good. I've been on TV. I'm a doctor. And she didn't listen to her managers. And I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm sure they've parted ways with her because this is too much. Most managers don't want to put up with it.
It's too much. Yeah. Do y'all watch I know Bishop, you watch the ID channel. I don't know if you watch it, Dr. EVA and Amir, the ID channel.
The ID where they be killing people and they be
it's a crime. It's a crime channel. Yeah.
Oh, it's all the ones where it's like the lady snapped and shit. No,
crime investigation. Crime investigations. It's various well-produced various shows about crime. And sometimes they're telling the same crime, but in a different way on a different show, but it's so good and so well produced. There's one about a Harvard graduate did you see that one that goes crazy and shoots up her entire office?
Oh, no.
I missed that one.
every time that she's on, they show her a lot. She wears a black bob wig. She even shot her brother. They let her go, but she talked her way out of it, and they let her go. And then years later, she went and shot the entire. She was a professor at a school, and they let her go. They told her, "Look, we don't." She was acting like she knew everything, talking over people, very belligerent, very nasty. They said your research isn't good; it's just trash. And they let her go. And then she showed up at the final board meeting or something, and they're like, "Well, why are you here?" And next thing you know, she pulled out a gun and started killing. Wow. I always think of Wendy every time I'm telling you guys, y'all out there know what I'm talking about. If you know that show and you've seen it, she's a Harvard grad. She always
called Wives with Knives.
Is that the one? Okay, because there's so many on there, so many shows on there.
There's so much of that. Monica, you know what it reminded me of is I have a cousin who's actually a doctor and a professor, and she's a woman of color, and it's like it's really hard because it's very white. Academia is very white, so I feel like Wendy's kind of having to explain everything. So when she came to Housewives, she didn't realize that you're around other women of color. You need to cool it. Like you don't need to yell at them about how impressive you are. So that's my only, I'm giving her a little grace. I feel like she's overdoing it because of her academia background, but I could.
But here you have a perfect example of way more academia than her, right? Yes. Dr. Evier, Grace.
But you're not a narcissist. That's the thing. Dr.
Evier, right? She
actually has a personality.
Right. Yeah.
We love you, Doctor.
We do. We love her. She's family. Okay.
Yeah.
And here, interracial perspective. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much for the support. Oh my God, Monica was literally just talking about that ID episode with my mom, right? Tell me, respond in the chat. If you know that episode, every time it comes on, they show it a lot. It's a white woman she wears a bob wig, and she's just nuts. They said your research is trash. You're just not, you're not living up to our expectations in this role. We have to let you go. And she lost it. Shot like 4 faculty members or 5, and they had a meeting. They were wondering, first of all, when she walked in the meeting, they should have just called security immediately. They had her sit down and take part in the meeting, and they kept saying, "We don't know why she's here, but."
Because she's a Karen, so she can get away with that.
Yeah.
And I got away with it.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I would think that Wendy had the $1.5 million if she would have walked in and was just down to earth. And like Monique, you don't know what she has, but Monique is down to earth, joke, laugh, and have fun. Wealth is silent, y'all. You never know how much someone got. If they start acting with an air, they're inflating everything. They're inflating how much they're worth. When somebody act down to earth and like me, I draw edges and stuff, y'all might think I'm a poor bitch,
No, Marcella is a lady of leisure.
She's a lady of leisure.
I want to know in the chat, I am not spending my stimulus check because I don't get one. I have to pay every quarter.
Yeah, you pay the government money.
Every quarter, not once a year. Every quarter.
Yeah.
And this is why she needs to be my financial advisor.
Right? Mine's too. Thick Girl 40. I want to be Marcella when I grow up, okay? Thick Girl 40. Yes, that is the episode. She beat up a lady in a restaurant over a high chair.
Oh.
Yeah, she wanted a high chair, and they gave another lady a high chair first. And she walked over to that woman and said, "No, that belongs to me," and started beating her, a Harvard graduate. Okay.
But you know what, Monica, going to a good school, like I have so many assholes that I know that went to Harvard, Yale. This idea, we have to stop this idea that going to an Ivy League makes you a good person, because it really don't.
It doesn't. I had a friend that graduated from Harvard, but guess what? In romance languages. And she, what the hell is romance language? And she would always just go bragging, like, I'm a Harvard grad. I'm a Harvard grad. And I would say in my head, if you only knew, like, girl, sit down, okay?
It's the H-bomb. They love saying it. I go to a school outside of Boston. I'm like, you go to Harvard, relax.
You know what? I think I might go. I might apply to Harvard online and get a degree in romance languages so I could talk.
Oh, okay, girl. Like Tyra Banks. Remember when Tyra Banks got a Harvard degree, girl, and doing nothing?
Let me tell you something. Monique, Wendy always bragged about the John Hopkins. She did not get her PhD actually from John Hopkins. It came from Rutgers.
Yeah.
University.
Oh,
Yeah, she got her
okay.
master's at the John Hopkins.
Isn't Rutgers the
Am I
one by
right,
the
Dr.
prison?
EVA? Am I right, Dr. EVA?
I think you're right. Yeah, I
Yes.
believe you're right.
So when she always, she feels that the John Hopkins is the best. So be proud of where you got your PhD from, baby. I mean, Rutgers got it going on. That's up north, honey.
Thank you, Gwen Even. Appreciate you. Gwen Even Akins. Thank you. Appreciate that. I got some Southern Charm tea. It came in my text messages tonight. Another one of those cast members is acting very racist, and I have a receipt, a photograph. I'm publishing it tomorrow, by the way.
Is it Patricia? By the way, I had a big war with Patricia over.
A?
Yeah, Patricia A had those
racist.
framed photos of the monkeys, honey.
No.
I'll send you guys. Oh my God, I exposed her. She collects Negrobilia. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. And when I told her, she said that some blog, she didn't say you, but I'm pretty sure it was you, Monica, said that some blog is producing fake shit. And I said, it ain't shit because
photos of your house.
No, I literally took a picture from an episode and reposted it on my story while I was watching it. It was in the background and I circled it and said, oh, look at this art. And she was so upset. She's like, please take this down. I was like, I'm not taking it down. It's the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have received.
Her son kissed her booty to keep that money.
Yeah, she's a big time. Patricia Allshoot is a big time racist. Allshoot, she's a big time racist. She collects Negrobilia.
She's all shit.
Sambos. You know those. You know what Negrobilia is? It's Sambos and that type of stuff. She collects those. I put her on blast. I've written numerous blogs about it.
She still think we in slavery.
Yes, a lot of people in the South still think that. I'm like, just
does.
because you're having tea on a plantation, don't make it right, honey.
Yes,
she does.
Well, just show me her and give me a picture. So if I see her, see her in real life walking by me, I'm a tripper.
Oh, she's not gonna ever be walking by you, honey. She has somebody even wiping her ass. I'm telling you, this woman
has a lot of money.
She jings a bell and no.
She's like 75 plus, something 77, but she's very, very petty, like troll accounts and
she's 70 years old.
She's 70.
Her son needs to just allegedly come out because we know he doesn't want no money.
Well, that's his business, That's
at this point, I'm kind of tired of this like aristocracy referencing like what really is racism as culture or what is. Like, we need to stop. I'm starting to get triggered, honestly, because we've had ongoing conversations about race that don't end well. And all of this energy is being transferred, to be honest. Like, okay, chain of events. When we saw the Oprah Winfrey and Meghan Markle with Prince Harry, that took place and that got transferred onto Piers Morgan. And then now Sharon got into it. Like, everyone's like, are people not seeing when you like pass this this toxicity is being passed from person to person, generation to generation? It's like that energy, it gets magnified. We need to stop that. Honestly, okay, have you guys heard of this? I'm going to be nerdy, but this like physics saying that energy is not created. Destroyed. Thank you.
Yep.
It's not what?
Energy is not created nor destroyed. It's only transferred.
Oh,
yeah.
This thing is sick. It is a public health crisis, and I feel like screaming crisis. I'm sorry, I'm about to go off. Like this is not funny. It's not cute. People need to stop because here's the other thing. People always say like for most diseases, Black people almost always do worse. Heart disease, breast cancer, even when you adjust for age, education, access to care, Black people almost always do worse. And people think that the risk factor is race. I think the risk factor is really racism.
Yes, it is.
They teach in schools. I have friends who are residents, and their resident advisor in medical school literally said people of color have thicker skin.
Yeah, we do.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, but if there's a famine, we know how to grow our vegetables. We know how to get a bag of beans and some meat and make a meal.
No, but Marcella, but what he was saying was that the pain threshold for people of color is more. It's not like it means like that. That's why people like I think the number is like 30% Black women that are pregnant die in childbirth because
they
don't give them the right pain medicine.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, their pain threshold's a lot higher. It's crazy.
Right. And not only that, okay, Black women in particular, we have highest rates of maternal mortality. It's sick. It's disgusting. Part of it is just a perception of, yes, pain threshold, but also we do unfortunately die from bleeding, vaginal bleeding. And, you know, we already are at increased risk for fibroids and all these complications. So it is complicated. But my issue is like, are we not seeing that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting so pissed off.
Educate.
Yeah, this is toxic.
It is.
And that's my point, is that this is being transferred. The only way we can only transform this, like the saying of energy, like energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. We need to transform this nastiness. And I don't know the best way to do this. All of these conversations have ended badly about race on the talk almost every single time. There is no universal definition for what racism is. We can all look at the same thing, and literally not one time have people been like, yeah, we can all agree this is racism. Even George Floyd.
I mean, there was that French cartoon as well, Dr. Evie. I don't know if you all saw the French cartoon.
I saw it. Yes,
so
very disgusting.
It's like the Queen. It's like a cartoon of the Queen with her knee on Meghan Markle's neck, and they published it and they thought it was funny. And what is really unfortunate, and I know I look white, I'm Middle Eastern, my mom wears a headscarf, I've been called terrorist on the street. I'm not trying to say like I can understand, but I'm not white. I know people are going to say, oh, what is this white guy saying? But I've been through my own stuff. So what I'm saying is like, it's important that people realize that the conversation about race with the royals and Meghan Markle and her suicide attempt became now Piers Morgan, Sharon Osbourne, and cancel culture. Nobody's talking about race anymore. Now they're just talking about, is it right that we cancel Sharon? It's like, why is that the conversation?
Because that's how it works in this country. It's a psychology, okay? They do the acts and then they flip it and play victim.
Yes.
And it's a whole deflection tactic.
Yes.
That if you're not smart and if you're not woke, you will fall into that trap.
Yeah,
you would.
That's ridiculous. And I mean, if you look at what happened to Asian Americans too, I've had conversations with people online that said, Asians are so successful in this country though. When was the last time they were hate crimed? And I'm like, I didn't know this. I looked this up. The most lynchings in this country are actually Chinese Americans in 1930s. They were the most lynched people. Like, even more than people have like, and this is the research. It's like crazy to me that, or like the concentration camp, the Japanese concentration camp in California.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
in Stockton area and stuff.
It's crazy. Like people don't know this stuff. And I think white people, I have so many people DM me. I got 100 DMs. Why are you canceling everyone? And now we have to cancel Dr. Seuss. It's not about Dr. Seuss.
Right.
It's about people being shot on the street. It's about, why are we celebrating that Breonna Taylor's boyfriend got off? He wasn't even supposed to be arrested.
In the first place. Exactly.
Monica, can I say this? Why we being distracted with this stimulus money, y'all? Do you know that they're trying to stop us from voting?
Yeah.
The Republicans, they got y'all eyes on the money. Why they changing laws?
Smart.
Don't even get me started on the votes. I mean,
Marcella, honey, you better
really
speak it.
believe that you're okay. Let me don't even get started.
I need y'all to pay attention. I take the money, honey, but pay attention to where they're trying to stop y'all from voting. Stop the time limit from y'all voting. The Republicans they are threatening people about how we're gonna vote, how we're gonna eat, what we're not gonna have. Killing the Chinese to stay off the blacks a little bit. They gonna come back to the blacks. They ain't forgot about y'all.
Yeah.
To Amir's point, though, I'm sure, like, of course, you know, the discernment camps were horrific, but you know, I wonder if those are better documented, because Black people were not even human, so why would you document something that's subhuman?
Absolutely. Well said.
I mean? In a colonization, in a society of colonization.
And how many thousands of Black people died on the ships that were never documented? So we don't even know the numbers. What are the real numbers? And we don't know if the UK went to like some island and killed every native. We don't have any record of any of this. So we don't know what they've done. And absolutely, Dr. Eva, you are literally nailing it.
Yes,
and a lot of the literature and books are recorded, but they're in white households.
Absolutely.
Amen.
A lot of people don't even know where it's at.
And see, that is the point, and that is exactly the significance of.
I just want to acknowledge the super chat really fast because they disappear off the screen and I feel so bad. Lindsay Bree, thank you so much for the super chat. Malcolm X wasn't lying when he said that the Black woman is the most disrespected person in America. I can't wait till I become a nurse, speaking it into existence. And you will become that, my sister. Lindsay, you will become it. Absolutely.
Lindsay, you can do it. But that's the significance of having these, like having things documented and a historical context. Like trying to negate that Meghan Markle is a princess and her child Archie does not have rights. That's, I think Bishop may have said that. That's so that, you know, down the line they can question the very existence of, you know, of Archie and of that line or that branch. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, they changed the law, Doctor. They changed the law. They literally said there was no law, and they changed the. I love calling you Doctor, honey, because it makes me feel good.
I'm not at work.
It's so funny.
You know,
I just like calling you Doctor, honey. It makes me feel good. I just think that they changed the law, and then also it's so funny. I didn't know this, but I have a friend in the UK, and he's a fabulous rapper and he's very vocal. He told me that in the UK, they teach American slavery. So they don't even teach their own racism, their own colonialism at all.
Right. And they started it. You know, they're the mother of racism. Hi, Vibe. Thank you so much for the super chat. Racism stress raises cortisol levels. Consistently high cortisol translate into health complications.
And that's called epigenetics.
High blood pressure.
That's called what? What is it called, Bishop?
Epigenetics. It's passed on to you. It's passed on to you.
In the 48, is it?
Yeah, and then, but a lot of people. That's why a lot of Black people have a hard time sleeping. And it has a lot to do with them getting their rest and all the other stuff for like, you know, their body to regenerate. And that's also a bad thing because it comes from slavery and all that stuff.
Wow. That trauma settles in your bones.
It does.
Yes.
It does. And you like, I have immigrant trauma, even though I'm not an immigrant because of my parents. It's in my blood, it's in my bones. You have to work it out. And I think what a lot of people don't realize is that when Black people speak up or people of color speak up, we're quickly like shut down because it's like, it's enough. Can we stop? Like someone literally told me, can you stop posting BLM stuff? You're not Black. I was like,
what?
Okay. Is that how it works?
You just said I'm just light skinned. Excuse you?
I'm already invited to the barbecue, bitch.
Where I live at, me and my husband, this restaurant, we like, every time we go in there, y'all, they don't even have black dishwashers. Everybody's white. And they treat us very kind, you know, where we live with the restaurant we go to. But some of these people want to know how you live here, especially when I go in the supermarket with braids on and my little jeans got the holes in it. And the lady said, look at the holes in your jeans. I said, excuse you, this is true religion. This cost me $280, honey, while you looking at the hoes. Your husband looking at my ass.
I got the
Sharice
too, girl.
Oh, okay. Listen, and I know you got the money. I've seen the view outside of your bedroom window. My goodness.
Yes,
I'm like,
honey.
wow. Sharice Hendrickson, thank you so much for the super chat. The fact that doctors would still perpetuate the lie that Black people have higher thresholds is insane. Read the book Medical Apartheid. It tells about all the experiments done on people of color.
Right.
Okay, I got to check that book out. Medical Apartheid.
Tuskegee experiment. The Tuskegee experiment. Yep.
Yeah.
You were going to say something, Dr. EVA.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, you guys made a comment about sleep. I think in general, Black people, people of color, women, anyone who has like a non-standard life, I should say. Okay. We have to dang near be perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How many of us have been Cheryl Underwood on a day-to-day basis? I have been. Like,
yeah. When I worked in corporate America, absolutely. Yeah.
Or even on the show that Piers was on, that gentleman who was calling him out was just speaking facts. He didn't have bass in his voice. He was just calmly stating the facts. How many of us have had to have that restraint? And like, I know for myself, I've had to self-edit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So much.
The tone as well.
Yes. That is hemorrhaging emotional energy and focus that I need to be at my best and peak. All these other people don't necessarily have to do that.
They don't. The playing field is not level, Dr. Evie. Yeah, you know it's not level. It's different.
It's just different.
It's different.
And you know, it's terrible because, speaking for a black man, you have to tamper down your masculinity because it scares people. Yeah. So I work in a school district, and I had to sometimes like wonder. I'm like, what the world is wrong with these people? Because 1 minute they want you one way, and then they want you another way. They're like, oh, you'd be great for security because you're good at intimidating the kids. I'm like, wow. So you think I'm just scary like that? And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Your thought process behind that.
Wow.
It's a lot of preconceived prejudice and microaggression as well. Savannah Dahl, thank you so much for the super chat. Monica, I had a white supremacist passenger who said he was a victim of anti-racism.
Yeah,
you should have said good. Have a great day. I'm glad.
Good.
Glad to
Have
hear
a good day, snowflake. They love calling us snowflakes. So,
and Monica, can you verify this with me? Someone in the chat said I'm bragging. No, I'm not bragging. I have 1 degree and is an associate's, okay? But I had a vision and I had a dream. And when I was growing up in New York, y'all, I'm from Harlem.
Hustler.
I was saving my money and I hustled and I knew what I wanted to do and I made my money, but I have 1 degree. And what I got the degree in, y'all, my business does not consist of that. So I'm not a bragger, but I'm telling y'all to go get it. If y'all just focus on your vision, bring your dream to light. That means you might have to eat ramen noodles a little bit. So when I wear these $280 jeans, I earned them. Okay, I earned them. And it wasn't from me going to school. It was from me having a vision when I was a youth. Because guess what? My trauma, the abuse I went through with my mother, I wanted to grow up and help children. So I made it into something. You know, even when my own child came to me and said she was gay, I knew about gay people, but guess what I did? I went to 3 years ago, I went to Pride with her and went to the lesbian museum. It's a gay museum up there. And I learned about other kids where their parents turn away. So don't think I'm bragging, honey. I'm successful because I want to learn. I had a vision to help others and I'm doing the damn thing. With 1 degree and
we're so proud of you, Marcella. We are so proud of you.
Marcella, that's amazing. And as someone who, when I came out, my parents turned on me and things are better now, but that was a very rough part of my life. So for you to accept your daughter, that says volumes about who you are. And money, people, remember, I grew up very wealthy. Money is not what's in the bank, it's what's in your heart. And that's it.
And how you manage it.
And you actually put value into money. Money's only valuable because we are the currency.
Amen.
Only people can put stock and value and energy into money. People think, oh, I got this, I got that, but your value is trash.
Absolutely.
It's like, at the end of the day, you still want to kill yourself because you're not satisfied with your spirit.
And what are you doing with the money? Because I always say it's God's money. Like my family get mad at me. They get so mad at me. They're like, you give away so much. You help so many people. But it's really not my money. It's God's money. It's God's money.
And when you give, God give you back 100-fold. Y'all believe that? You give God, because y'all sitting up here thinking Marcella got all this, but Marcella goes out there. She got an up-ground garden in the backyard. I got a garden, y'all. I got my greens in there. Look, I grow my own vegetables. I don't have to go to doctors because I take vitamins. Yes. I know what's going on with me. I get my colon cleansed. I buy stuff to clean my colon out. I don't have to go to no doctor for them to stick nothing in me. I clean. That's what keeps you healthy. And I'm telling you, I had a vision, and y'all can do it too. Put all the name brand stuff down and sacrifice, and y'all can have. And then when I want to splurge a little bit, I splurge right here.
Splurge. Yeah. Then you
can. I splurge right here on these.
Brittany, We love you, Marcella. Brittany D, thank you so much. Look up Dr. James M. Sims. He is considered the father of modern gynecology. He performed surgeries on Black women without medicine. Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
We must be diligent without choosing our health. We must be diligent when choosing our health providers. Very true. And it is important to go to the doctor. I know I know what Marcella is saying. Yes, we also have an obligation to take care of ourselves. We have to eat your vegetables, get your nutrients in you, clean your colon. Right. But also go to the doctor as well.
When you don't feel safe with the doctors, right, Monica? When you don't feel safe with the doctors, I know my friend Nina Parker, who's on E! News, she said growing up, they never called the ambulance because they didn't trust the doctors and the police. So she said, unless your hand was ripped off your arm, like it's on the ground, you ain't calling the ambulance we don't trust the doctors. So they don't,
especially in Sicily, they tell the stories about the corrupt system and everything, the history of why the mafia came to be, because the corrupt system was going on and they didn't trust anybody. Wow. So, it's good to have a modern doctor and a holistic doctor.
Yes.
That way they can come together, because modern stuff you do need, because I'm sorry, I don't want to live in no Stone Age. You know what I mean? I'm happy with the stuff that we learned over time and we evolved as humans. Yes. But then there's some things that we walk away from nature where we go too far, and it's like, okay, you need to find balance between both. Yeah. You can't be too lopsided on one side.
That's true. Let me just address this real quick. Stephanie Collins, thank you so much for the super chat. I roomed with a girl from high school in our first year at university. We weren't BFFs anyway. It turned out she was an explicit diehard racist. Our hallmates stopped me from whooping her. It was so bad. She's a doctor now. Yeah, listen, that's why. Yeah.
Well, my grandma told me you deal with racists every day. Guess what? They don't wear the hoods no more. They are doctors. They are police.
Always get a second opinion. Yeah. And if you can go to a Black doctor that you feel more comfortable with, just, look them up. Do your research. Because there was two dentists, a father, he's a dentist, and the daughter is a dentist. They were caught on video using the N-word recently. Did you see that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. On TikTok. It was on TikTok or some mess like that.
I saw that. And that happens a lot. I mean, there's so much homophobic and racist content, especially on TikTok. And it's funny because the people that will report them are the ones that get shut down. Like Black people will speak up, Black creators, and they'll shut them down and leave the video up. So, and that happens a lot. I went to a doctor maybe 10 years ago, and I said that I was complaining about stomach aches, and he said, "Oh, I think it's because you're gay."
What? Wow.
And I said, and I hadn't had sex at the time. Like I was a virgin. So I was like, what does that have to do with anything?
Did you tell him he was gay? Did you say that?
Well, I think he knew, and I had. And he was a Persian doctor, and I was never open about it, but I think he just knew, and it was really caught me off guard. It was the homophobia, the racism in the medical community is not a normal. It's not like a surprise at all.
Right, it's not. Miss Ebony Reese, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey. What did you all think of the model with the supposed black mask? I mean, I just don't get it. That was bizarre. Did you see that, Dr. EVA?
I didn't. I missed that.
I can pull it up so we can look at it if you want.
Can I get 1,000 likes, y'all? We almost there. Come on, y'all.
Crowned by Bria, thank you so much for the super chat. What's so crazy is all the while they hate us. They want to be us. Racism is ingrained into every system of this country. Absolutely. It really is. Every fiber of this country. Yep. That's why I stay home,
Mm-hmm. They want big lips, nice hair. Love. They want the booty, the lips. Look at the Kardashians. But they don't want to deal with the strife. They just want all the good stuff.
Absolutely.
Kim left Kanye, and then he came out and said he worth $6.6 billion.
And they found that out to be a lie. Forbes came back and said, no, it's unverified, which I knew. No. Yeah, Keisha Kyoto, thank you so much for the super chat. I live in Charleston, South Carolina. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And I'm in healthcare. We bite our tongues all the time to be respectful and to avoid speaking the truths and the facts. That's a very racist city and a racist state,
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's a doctor in New Jersey, and he said that he's a person of color, and he said that he has to deal with people with swastikas, and he has to bandage them up And they tell him that they don't want him to touch him and that they think he's gross. But doctors do, and I'm sure the doctor in the house can speak to this. I'm sure you have patients that are outright racist and you have to bandage them up.
You know, there's all sorts of people that I'm uncomfortable with, honestly, for a multitude of reasons, and you just have to remain professional.
Wow.
I know.
The best because it's always going to be like your fault, if anything, because sometimes people think in healthcare that like the patient is always right. You know how like in
customer's always right.
Yeah, like the customer is always right, and it's like, actually, no, that's not how this is going to go, especially if I'm being dishonored or disrespected. But yeah, I've had everything. You
know what scares me? You know what type of doctor scares me? A young white doctor. And then you start to get in a conversation with them, like male. And it's like, yeah, you know, I didn't even want to go to medical school. I just somehow happened to fall into this. And, you know, now I'm here. Basically, what he's telling me is he cheated his way into medical school. And he cheated his way into medical school. He doesn't know what the hell. I have to say to him, why don't you test her for this? Can we get a CAT scan? Did you do did you check her lungs? MRI? Did you check her lungs for clots? I'm the one telling them what to do with my child when she's in the ER.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm the one, because I could just tell you lied your way. Handsome, good-looking, young, white male doctor. You lied your way. He was telling me, he literally said, I don't know. Because I got really bad grades and I don't know how I even fell into this or how I even got into medical school. But here I am.
Privilege. It's like the shooter. You know, I had a bad day. Like, you know.
Oh, yeah. And he's a Christian and he just couldn't take it anymore. That's how they're describing the recent murderer of the 8 Asian people. He's a Christian. He just had a bad day. He got fed up. Yeah.
He got fed
up. AKA the professor. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love you guys. Great content. We love you too. Wow. Thick Girl 40, thank you so much for the super chat. My sisters took their children to the same doctor, and when their kids were grown and teenagers, he was on the news for molesting children and child pornography. Another doctor, but this is a black doctor, just got arrested for he was screwing his dogs, and he had child porn. He had child porn in the house. Disgusting.
That's crazy.
God. They need to do
We
background
had a doctor here. Y'all pull it up.
Yeah.
Chesapeake. He was giving women hysterectomies who didn't even need it. In Chesapeake, Virginia.
Second opinions are always get a second opinion. Always get a second opinion. If you don't feel comfortable, ask questions, do your research, Google your symptoms. And if the doctor's not telling you things that align with the treatment for those symptoms, ask questions, get a second opinion, ask for a supervisor.
May I
acupuncture.
Yeah, I agree with everything that was said. May I also just say, for the most part, honestly, truthfully, I do feel that most doctors are well-intentioned.
Yes.
I know. I do think sometimes for myself, I try to go over and beyond with my communication style with my patients, because, you know, we might be doing things and not explaining why, and people just need that reassurance or comfort. And sometimes standard medicine, it's become so like automated. There's so much administrative overhead, and sometimes that patient to physician relationship can be lost in the sauce. So I know that's something that probably in the field we can work on. I don't know. I just feel saddened to hear about some of the stories that people are, you know, have gone through. But just hearing what you guys are saying, I'll definitely have to, you know, make sure that remains like a priority.
Dr. Evier, do you think that some of the hospitals like Harlem, I had 7 family members that died from COVID, and it was just once they went into the hospital, it maybe been because of the insurance, they let people just go. They didn't have the equipment. We knew that. Do you just think that they just let people die?
No, absolutely no. Marcella, first of all, I'm sorry to hear that. This pandemic has been really hard on a lot of people, especially people in our community, like every other disease, to be honest. And I'm so sorry to hear that. But I would love to hear more about your experience. I just don't know the the full details to like.
No, they had COVID. Once they had asthma, high blood pressure, you know, and they just, when they went to the hospital, they just never came back, and we weren't permitted to get the bodies. They took care of all of that. They just.
Wow. So sorry, Marcella. I'm so sorry. Tina Rogers, my love, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, family, hugs all around. And to the trolls, watch your mouth. I got time today. Absolutely. She got time today. Jarena 18. I mean, I'm saying this wrong, right? Janina Abel. Listen, I don't even know, child. Thank you for the super chat. Monica, love you in the panel. We love you as well. Thank you. Appreciate you. April Nicole Gray, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I just wanted to show some love. Stay prayed up, y'all. Absolutely. We're getting education tonight. It's a very educational segment with Dr. EVA, and I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. Do you want people to ask you medical questions, Dr. EVA?
Yeah, any kind of question. Yeah.
Okay. If you have medical questions for Dr. EVA, please call in. Manifest Our Destiny. Thank you so much for the super chat. Be your own medical advocate. I work for a hospital and quickly learned medicine has become maintaining illness for profit. You're more viable sick. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the insurance companies are in on that as well. I mean, it's a whole system, huh? It's a corporate system. It's a hospital is a corporation. It's a business. I mean, and that has no ill will towards you, Dr. EVA. I'm pretty sure you're a very ethical, upstanding, and thorough doctor as well. But I'm just talking about the business side of medicine, you know.
It's a business for sure.
Absolutely. Perfectly imperfect. Thank you so much for the super chat. Marcella, thanks for sharing tonight. Aww.
Yes. Yeah, I just learned that sometimes I like to eat meat, but sometimes, you know, someone told me live food. That means raw. Live food keep you alive. So then I'll pull back from meat and stuff for a week, and then, you know, and keep my colon clean. And I read, as long as you keep your colon clean, that it will keep me alive, because see, you always have waste in your stomach that you need to get it out, that you just taking a dump every day is not doing it. So like I said, I'm 55 years old. I can twerk. I can do everything. I bike ride. I roller skate. I do everything. And it's just what you put in your body. But my family members had asthma. They had high blood pressure. And guess what? They allow these doctors to put them on all this medication. You're taking 27 pills for high blood pressure. When I would take apple cider vinegar and have me, you know, 2 tablespoons of that, or put it in a bottle of water before I go to bed. I mean,
that's really
and also what you watch and listen to. That has a lot to do with your body, because your body reacts to all this stuff that people be listening to, and that's why I listen to many negative things. Like, I'm sorry, my music can't be negative, my movies and shows, they can't be too negative. If it is like a crazy movie and it was twisted, it was a good movie, I had to turn on something more higher vibration. I can't stay in that place, because then it throws my mind off.
I have to have sex. That's all I got to do.
Well, you got to do what you got to do.
That's healthy as well. Dr. EVA was going to say something. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, can I just say to the point about modern medicine versus, you know, non-traditional practices? I understand honestly the benefits of both. I've spent between you and I and the teacups, I have spent time with, like, you know, Chinese doctors, literally in China, and then Chinese doctors here in America who specialize in like acupuncture, right? So I've had I think an overall good breadth and diversity of how healthcare can be administered, especially in different cultures or spiritualities. So totally understand. I do think that in modern medicine, we have a better understanding of the mind-body-soul connection. And I think before it kind of sounded like kind of quirky or, you know, weird, but literally there is a connection, period. I know that for a fact, there are people who manifest their anxiety or depression physically. You guys probably know people, like, when they're really nervous or anxious, people can just vomit or get nauseated, their stomach is hurting, or, you know, go to the bathroom a lot. Like, having loose stools. It happens. The way our body carries stress or different emotions, those are facts. And I think we are getting a better understanding of that. So to my concern is that people who stay away from the doctor and just do herbs and supplements, I have a few reservations about that. Number one, those things are not always studied. You know, we have data, we have studies on medications and traditional stuff, so we can anticipate potential side effects and guard against them if you might be at risk for something. So that's number one. My second concern is that because they're not studied, I actually have known people who've reacted, had allergic reactions where their throat can close or their liver can have a reaction and actually end up dead, honestly. I mean, I do recall a story, a case, in general, this is not a HIPAA thing, just in general, there are case reports in the literature of people taking diet supplement pills. Of course they want to lose weight. Your doctor says lose weight. We all know it's good to be at a good BMI. But they were using like these diet pills that actually the liver reacted to, had liver failure and died.
Yep.
So we try and accomplish one thing, but unfortunately have this terrible event that takes place. And so that's my point, is I think we still need to be hooked up into traditional or modern medicine. For example, Marcella, you talked about the apple cider vinegar.
Right.
It's important to still check your blood pressure to see if that's even working or not, So everyone's body reacts differently to these things. And so that's why I still think overall, still talk with your doctor, but you're right, find the right doctor for you. Yeah. Just like, there's a right barber or hairstylist, that understands what you're trying to accomplish, can, talk to you in the right way. You like the office or you like the environment, stuff like that. There's a right doctor for each person.
It is.
Absolutely.
Y'all give Dr. EVA those likes. Give her those likes, y'all. Hit those like buttons. Yes. Got that 1,000. Yes, y'all.
April B, thank you so much for the super chat. Monica, will Luke can a name? Luke, I love it. Yeah. Listen, I will readily admit that I will slaughter someone's name. I'm not good at names. Hoover fan, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you. Miss Ebony Reese, thank you for the super chat. Dr. EVA, I heard what we need to eat can depend on your body blood type. Is that true?
What we need to eat
depends on your blood type.
Because they have that blood type diet, like you A, B, negative O, positive,
I need more information about that to comment.
I think it's a fad.
I need more information about that to comment. I can't really say that. Now, what you eat can affect your blood pressure. That's for sure. Salt and salt content. I will just leave it at that. There are differences in your blood type depending on the proteins that cover the surface of the blood cells, and. So I'm not sure how food would affect that. In general, a healthy diet, lots of fruits and vegetables all of this stuff is just, all these fad diets, they're just fads. Honestly, if we just go back to the basics, that's enough.
Water.
For example, if you want more money, right, in the bank, Marcella is the queen of this. If you want more money in the bank, what do? You spend less or make more.
Right.
Bottom line, same thing with your body. If you want to lose weight, caloric restriction, so reducing your calories or burning your calories. That's bottom line.
And water, y'all. Water. Drink water. That helps your skin, your hair, and helps you lose weight. No soda, no drinks, no this, no that. Water only.
Reduce your sugar and your carb intake as well.
Yes.
With carbs or sugars. Okay. If it's unburnt, if you eat a lot of pasta and you don't work out, it will turn to sugar.
Yes, it will.
FYI, just so you know, people think, I had pasta with broccoli in it. I don't know why I'm gaining weight. I eat it every night, but you don't work out. You got to do some physical, I just hired a personal trainer, y'all. I used to only do 15 jumping jacks in the morning, but now the summer's coming. And while there is a pandemic, I still, you know what I'm saying? Look.
She's trying to look sexy.
Absolutely. I have a
She's
husband.
trying to wear that. She's trying to wear that Fenty Savage.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna take my vaccine shot on Tuesday. I decided I'm gonna do it, but I've been taking a lot of vitamin D prior to my injection because I heard it can make you sick. I've been cleaning my colon out, and I'm just taking the vitamin D because that's what our pigmentation. Black people, I'm Puerto Rican and Black, but I need to take vitamin D. So how do you feel about that? Because I'm really scared, but I'm not going to back out. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Natasha Richardson, thank you so much for the super chat. My daughter was being monitored after a brain surgery in December. Her monitor wasn't showing up at the main desk. Had I not said something, who knows? Stay on your toes. Nobody cares about you like you. That's true. That is absolutely true. Yeah, and ask questions. I mean, they may get offended, but just ask. Some of these doctors and nursing staff, they don't like you ask. Are you playing doctor? Do you know more than me? No, but I have questions. Crowned by Bria, thank you so much, sis, for all the support and love. It's important to do your research on your physician. My son has had all Black female pediatricians since birth. It was important for him to have the same care I would give him. Absolutely. No one's going to love and care about you more than yourself, right? Yeah. No one. I'm telling you. April B, thank you so much for the super chat. Dr. EVA, if you purchase edge control from mountains of Appalachia, can it change your blood type to scammer? Oh, Lord.
Oh, that is so funny. I knew we was headed somewhere.
Helen, I don't like to give out I wouldn't advise anyone on this panel to give out any kind of medical, unless it's a doctor. Dr. EVA, do you have one? Would you recommend anyone? Because I don't want to.
I would not recommend a colon cleanser because I don't know what you need it for. So if you were my patient, I would need to talk more about it with you. But in general, fiber, just eating a good diet with fiber in it is fine. I know people who just take they need to pay me. I'm not going to say it, but just fiber in your diet is fine, and try and have a daily bowel movement. That should be okay.
Right, and I take Lioness, and I get it from a doctor, Lize.
But here's the thing, Marcella, with that, right? We don't know what that person's existing medical conditions are.
Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend you give because I don't want anyone to come back.
I get it from a doctor.
I understand that, but I don't want anyone to come back and say, "Well, they said it all about the tape. Now I'm sick in the hospital with a bloody booty hole." I don't want that.
See, that's the thing. Yeah, we that's the problem, is that sometimes we have unintended consequences, and you go back and think what was the point of that in the first place? Was that even indicated? So I don't take anything for granted. I could just throw out a colon cleanser, but there's a right situation for every person. And sometimes it's not indicated. So I can't really give medical advice. What I want to do, with Monica's, support or blessing, is just give overall advice as to how we can become our own best health advocates. And I try and use my medical knowledge so that we can actually have a better quality of life. Like the STD check thing. That's that's not really, I'm not really giving advice. These are just, tips kind of thing. Yeah.
Still go see your doctor. Go see your herbalist too. I mean, whatever you want to do that you feel will get you on the right path to health. Bewitched, thank you so much for the super chat. Dr. EVA, what's your opinion on intermittent fasting? Currently trying, and I have more energy. Oh, I hate fasting. Personally, I hate it.
Why you gonna be a Christian girl?
Well, spiritual fasting is fine, but it just to me it makes me very, very weak to the point where I can't do anything. It's horrible for me. That's me personally.
Right.
I'm anemic too, so I got to be careful.
Very careful. Yeah. And if you can't eat, protein,
Yeah.
That spinach.
Exactly. So intermittent fasting, I think, can be successful for a lot of people. It just helps people curb their appetite and be a little bit more methodical about what they eat and when they eat it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then the way the body metabolizes
Mhm.
food can vary throughout the day. So you're capitalizing on maximizing the efficiency of your body and how it processes food. So to me, I think that's good if you can handle it, if your body is comfortable with it, that's good. There are other ways to increase energy. See, that goes back to my original point. What is your objective and what is your goal? Because there are different ways to accomplish the same thing that can be, less risk and cheaper and simpler. So if you're trying to get more energy, that's great. Also, one thing that people undervalue is just quality night rest. Getting rid of that toxic relationship and that stress at work.
That helps a whole lot.
That
and toxic people, relationships. If you have a toxic, it's very easy. You just turn off a light switch. Bye. Block the phone number. Kick the man out.
You can
plan in the middle of the night.
I be telling folks, love these folks with the love of the Lord by never speaking to them again.
Absolutely.
A boyfriend can give you a big belly. Something that's stressing you out can give you a big belly. Yes.
Patricia Cleus, thank you so much for the super chat. Dr. EVA, what are your thoughts on the keto diet?
It's okay. Again, the question is, what are you trying to accomplish with the keto diet? I think just a general heart healthy diet is fine. It's fine. It just depends on your situation. But I would love to learn, more. Maybe we could chat online. You can DM me and we can talk more in detail. But I think that it's fine. As long as your body can handle it, then it's okay. Yeah.
Regina Johnson, thank you so much for the super chat. I guess I got the first shot and had several, I got the first shot and I and several got small rash a week later and it was gone within a couple of days.
Yeah. I just saw somebody up here say they took elderberry, vitamin D, vitamin C. I'm going to do all of that because I'm into the vitamin thing.
Yeah. To your point, Marcella, yes, vitamin D is extremely important. That's another reason why it's good to see your doctor so you can check your vitamin D level. Because if it's low, it can impact your bones and increase the risk for osteoporosis, which we already are at increased risk of, especially postmenopausal women. Now, regarding the question about the rash, it's very possible. Your body can react to any foreign substance. I actually just gave a talk about this to, ironically, like a Nigerian group, to talk about the vaccine and some of the side effects. And I compared Moderna versus Pfizer vaccine and what the data showed, because they looked at tens of thousands of patients on either side. Of course, this is short-term data, and the most common effects were arm site pain, like the site of injection, that area being painful, headache. Those
sleepy, tired.
Yeah. And so rash, it's possible, and I'm glad it cleared up. I'd just be curious to know how you respond with the second dose. My recommendation is just take the second dose and observe. If a rash develops, see your doctor. You might benefit from just a little topical cream to get rid of it and be done with it. Yeah.
Are you getting the vaccine, Bishop?
I'm pretty sure my job will make me do it because I do work in the public sector. So I'm gonna let a few people keep doing it and let it get used to it for a while. And then I'm a person that's not afraid to go ahead and do it, but I need to see how people reacted to it a little bit first.
I'm gonna do it Tuesday. Me and my whole family, we're gonna do it together.
Okay.
And
my dad did it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna come up here Tuesday, and if I'm talking out the side of my neck, That shot fucked me up.
Oh Lord. I am Diva Nicole. Thank you so much for the super chat. I lost my mom in 2019. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry about that.
Due to her being given fentanyl for an outpatient procedure, and it caused her to stop breathing. Wow, that's a strong drug. So I'm very afraid of hospitals now. I've just been working out and eating better to avoid getting sick. That's smart. Fentanyl. Why would they ever need to prescribe that to a patient unless you're a cancer patient? That's a very strong narcotic.
Monica, when my husband lost his leg, that's what kept taking my husband into cardiac arrest. They was giving him propofol and fentanyl.
Right.
And when they give you that, they clear it out your system to wake you up. So they made sure that my husband went through like a recovery 1 first. Then they took him to a recovery 2 to make sure that he was up. But they found out that it was the fentanyl that was actually putting him in. Remember, I told you my husband went through cardiac arrest twice, and it was because of the fentanyl. And they found out he was allergic to it.
That's
gosh.
Wow.
I'm sorry to hear to the person who shared her.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Sometimes we have just this terrible experience, and it really colors our interactions with healthcare forever. And I just want to offer hope that, you're worth it to see a doctor still.
Yeah.
It's just the right situation, because there's so much preventative that we can do. I just want to offer you guidance and support. Encourage you to, not shut off, but yes, we do need to be careful about who treats us, who, cuts us in terms of surgery. But I just want to offer you that you're worth it. Your health is worth it to see somebody. And I'm so sorry to hear about your experience.
Yeah. Leticia McGee, thank you so much for the super chat. The job I work for, they are making it mandatory that we take the shot, but they want us to take the Johnson & Johnson, and they're trying to get a way for us to take it at the job. Okay. The Johnson & Johnson shot is 1. You don't need to take 2. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Michelle Hardnick, thank you so much for the super chat, my love. I am a 14-year breast and liver survivor. God bless you. And I detox every 90 days. I eat a lot of the green superfoods. I try to live a healthy lifestyle. I also hold a health expo within my Black community. I take 50,000 IU of elderberry.
Oh,
Oh, wow. God bless you for giving back and educating the community. That's amazing, Michelle.
And she used to be a police officer.
Oh,
really? Oh,
yes,
you know her.
Cleveland. In Cleveland.
Oh, okay. That's your buddy. Okay. Hey, Michelle.
No, she follows. She's on my family page of my Facebook page. Yes.
Okay. Wow. God bless you too. For being a survivor. Rash, you have to be careful. They'll tell you with instructions. Rash can cause a sign of COVID-19. Come and talk with me. Thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you. Oh my goodness. Let me acknowledge some super chats before we get out of here, folks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second.
Y'all, thank y'all for the likes. 1,100. Girl. Here we go, y'all.
Miss Ebony Reese. Miss Ebony Reese, thank you so much for the super chat. Dr. EVA, Dr. EVA, I heard what we need to eat can depend on you. Okay, we did that one, the blood type. She said she was going to DM her that one. And she'll get back to you. Okay, we did that one as well. Oh, goodness. Sean Mack, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Miss Ebony Reese, what did y'all think of the model? Okay, we did that one. We did that. I think we got to Brittany D. I think we got to all of them.
Yeah, we got all of them, Monica. I saw.
Oh, Sharice Hendrickson. Okay. The fact that doctors would still perpetuate a lie that Black people. Okay. I think I got to all of them. I really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Oh, good. I feel so good. I hate when I miss any of them. And if I
Right.
did, please let me know.
We didn't get Mo right here. That's it.
Mo. Oh.
Mhm.
Mo's it's a comment. So beyond me, I got a couple of cans, but they can stain some clothes. Okay. She was just responding to someone. All right, y'all, let's wrap things up. Bishop, where can they find you?
You can find me here on YouTube, giving live streams, and you can find me at The Bishop with 2 E's. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bishop Redpill.
Dr. EVA, where can they find you?
Definitely head on over to my YouTube channel. It's called Dr. EVA Okendai Apia. And I just want to encourage all of us, especially people in our community, get into healthcare, get into medicine. You can do it. You can absolutely do it, and just create your own legacy. Okay. Also, follow me on Instagram. I'm giving more tips like that for healthcare and how to, get into medical school, stuff like that. I actually do help with mentoring too. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm thinking about being a nurse.
That's right. You can
wow, you'll be an excellent nurse.
Yeah.
Pray my strength in the Lord.
Oh, shoot. Yes. And Michelle Hardnick, again, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate the info being shared tonight. Thank you, doctor, for sharing and encouraging others the importance about health. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you, Dr. EVA. Marcella, my love. Oh, I'm sorry. Where can they find you? You put yourself on mute.
You can find me on all the Real Housewives discussion. I do talk about everything on the Facebook page, and I am trying to get 1,000 followers to go on my page. Speak with your girl Marcella. Speak with your girl Marcella YouTube. And guess what? I'm always a guest over here sitting at Monica's table, and I love you all.
We love you as well.
We love you.
Listen, Dr. Evie, I know there was a lot of questions unanswered in the chat, so we got to bring you back. But I just want to thank you for just being a beacon of light, sharing your wisdom with us, being so gracious. We appreciate you. We love you.
It's my pleasure. Anything for the teacups. I'm a teacup too.
Yeah. I love it.
Monica,
Listen.
you want to know what my nephew said?
We
was watching Jake, the American Dragon, and I said, "Are you a dragon?" He's like, "No." I said, "So what are you?" He said, "So I'm a teacup." And he walked out and closed the door. I was like,
these kids are so smart. That is hilarious. Aw, tell him I said hey. Tell him Monica said hey. Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. I mean, my little one's not even a teacup. She's something else. See that little one I have. Let me tell you. I told y'all. She is something else. That is so sweet. That put a smile on my face. Teacups.
I'm gonna take these edges off, y'all.
Okay. Teacups, thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. We love you all. Mods, thank you for holding down the chat. We appreciate you. Everyone that sent in a super chat or a cash app tonight, thank you so much for helping us keep the lights on. We appreciate you. We couldn't do it without you. I want y'all to stay safe out there and be blessed, and always go with a doctor you feel comfortable with and get a second opinion. It doesn't hurt to get a second opinion. All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow night, same time, same place. We're spilling more piping hot tea. Bye, y'all. Bye, everyone. Bye. All right.